Thanks for joining me today, David. I heard the name Chiqui Boom Boom in the past. How did you come up with the idea of using it for your store?
Yeah, it's a good question because as you are saying it, there's like very colorful and different associations with the onomatopoeia, and the main glue to the reason of the name is playfulness. The minute we started thinking about giving form to the idea of the shop, we made a brainstorm, and there were marketing reasons of calling it like this or like that, delicatessen or that. Uh, Many ideas that were like boring ourselves, like that led us to come also to our intimacy, our lives, and there's a relationship in between my partner and I where I say cheeky and there was another bom bom, like playful, as our relationship was coming to form a few years back. And then when our daughter came here, from us being Chiqui Bom Bom, like just a way of calling ourselves, our daughter is the Chiqui Bambini. You can see there is a department of the store for kids that it's called
Right.
Bambini too. So, and from the first moment that we were putting this together, the first step was painting outside and the lettering. And I was painting the colors and she was doing the lettering. People passing by were chanting it in different ways. Ah, Chiqui Bomba, Chiqui Bomba. Then there's another like Gloria Stefan drumming like Chica Baga, Ben, Ben, Bon, Chica Baga, Chica Baga. And that's the first symptom of there's something going on. We're doing something good here.
Yes. I would love to know more about your wide range of products. I think it's a fantastic collection, and it doesn't seem like it happened overnight. There was a lot of thought in this, and I'm curious if perhaps you had another store to start with.
Yes and no. Um, it all comes to the moment where I decided to root in Vilcabamba. I was before that I was working as a yoga teacher and meditation teacher in teacher trainings in several studios. And in the city, that's very desired because there is stress and conditioning. So people they're thirsty for services like that. And as soon as I come here, I came for a teacher training. Then once it's finished, I decided to stay here, and then I promote a few classes, and then they, first of all, few people were welcoming, and then the value of it was really low. So from there, the pressure of, okay, I should I should get creative. I have to do something about it. And I come from a commercial family. It's a completely different subject. They commercialize engineering products, but there's like the way of moving around to move products and put it to the customer, the know-how. So then I was just exploring for the opportunities in town, and I was just watching that there is a hole to fill with our niche, if you will, of different products that are good for the soul and for the conscious consumer. So I first offered a few products that from distributors that I know from this country. From my biking career, I had a few, for example, sponsors. So the supplements and some of the self-care products that you see around, they used to pay me a check for biking when I was younger. Um, and then the Italian distributor, for example, it's coming from a five-star restaurant that is in Quito that my grandfather used to bring me to to have meals and the special meals, and then I know that the owner was always coming to our table to ask how's the meal, or to, for the little kids to pressure them to finish the plate because they have to eat everything. So for me, it was like pretty organic to raise the phone and do something together. And as soon as I met my partner that I met her here, she's an amazing graphic designer.
Oh, wow.
So we put together a catalog, and that's the first idea of the
That's
store.
where all this comes from.
Yeah, and like the drawings and the
Of course.
illustrations. So the store was coming to form way back, and I started with this PDF. I would make connections in the street or people, and if they would be interested, I would send the PDF and then deliver. Yeah, it was going okay, but it needed more formality, more form, and then the materialization of this is just a consequence, And of course, the products end up being also like what we see as a nice lifestyle, like washing away the bad ingredients of factory, big mass production, um, indulging in earthly pleasures, and not harming yourself. Like life is good. I think that's more or less the way in which we arrived to this, and there's also the idea of family around it, because it's not just me, it's my wife, and then there's our partners are my sister and my brother-in-law, the husband.
Was there any particular reason why you chose Vilcabamba for the location of your store?
Vilcabamba chose me. I just came by invited. I was taking care of a yoga school in the mountains outside of Quito, and after quarantine it was really lonely and beautiful, a time for retreat, and like aligning with the center and being okay. And there was nothing to complain other than either I bring the community here because it's an enormous beautiful place in the mountains, or I have to go to a community. That was kind of the perception during that moment. I was really healthy and in good shape and peaceful, but we are mammals and we are tribe animals. So a friend passed by Quito. Let's go for a coffee. We go to a coffee. What are you doing? I'm on my way to Vilcabamba, and I'm going to share a teacher training. You should come. So, I packed my bags and I came in my truck to Vilcabamba. And there's this perception that I can share, that it's as soon as I was on the drive from Loja to Vilcabamba, it was my second time going. But the first one I was in a bus and I was younger, but this second time I just felt in all my cells that I was coming back home, that it was a familiar.
I know that feeling.
So that's why I go immediately to Vilcabamba, chose me, and I just super comfortable during the teacher training, and then I stick to the place, and I never analyzed much, like
You just let it happen.
yeah. So
you're Ecuadorian? Were you born in Ecuador?
yeah, in Quito.
Your English is amazing, actually.
Yeah.
How did you
Thank
learn?
you. I went to an American foundation school that is called Colegio Americano de Quito. So supported by a private party and the U.S. Embassy.
Excellent.
Yeah. And so your education is 50-50 Spanish and English.
If all goes well, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Everything will go well. And we're definitely living in moments of uncertainty, so it's not so easy to project that far as in terms of business. I can definitely tell you how I will be feeling 5 years from here, and the new earth is emerging from the things that need to go.
Yes.
So there's systems of cooperation that are arriving. There's a lot of opportunities of expansion in terms of this project and the other project that is on the States, and I see definitely like more people integrating to it, or more artists, or more products. That is kind of the same, like the family growth, and I see a more peaceful earth, like more stability, more coherence. Like in terms of if I tell you I'll do something, I will, my words will reach my actions. My actions will reach my words. Other than that, yeah, I definitely see that this project can consolidate in town as one of those projects that, like people coming to Vilcabamba will Google Vilcabamba, and this is one of the things that will appear. Um, I definitely see that this could be a nucleus of culture for town. So there is the possibility of getting a bigger venue, and like doing like some beverages and some food, and poetry circles, workshops. That's kind of the alignment, the vision that we are following. And at the beginning, we were trying to do everything at the first push, and then this is the venue that we had, and we said like, no, let's do the store. And once it's going and consolidated, we keep on doing the latter effect now.
And what are your business opening hours?
10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Every day?
every day.
Are you on any social media?
We have an Instagram account,
Okay.
Chiqui Bom Bom Tienda,
Okay.
at Chiqui Bom Bom Tienda.
Could you give us a general overview of your products?
You can think of the little and colorful store as a mini multi-department store. So you have the self-care division, in which you would have like from sunscreen, to dental care, to skin care, to supplementation, and then more like massage and yogic artifacts, candles. So that from there you can go to the home department, where you have kitchenware, you have beautiful crafts, like for plates and dishes and pots, and these grinding stones that are amazing. They are like from this one family that goes to the river and sculpts the pieces from one single rock. The kitchenware is also associated to some electric pieces, like the immersion blenders, and we have Japanese handcrafted knives. And then, of course, from the kitchen you go to the delicatessen, where it's like everything that is going to the palate. Like salts, condiments, pepper, all these roots like the ashwagandha, the turmeric, and the maca that are like superfoods. Alternative sugars like the dates and the monk fruit, and the honeys, syrups, marmalades. And from there you go to the outdoors department. Thermos, tents.
Oh, yeah.
There is like these amazing Madagascar cloths, cotton cloth. And then there's like this playful part of Bambini that is still developing, but you have a few things like tiny band-aids and things for the babies, little Tupperwares and books. We have books for little kids, and then we have also a little book division for impulsing the Ecuadorian authors. So we have distribution of Severo Editorial, which is printing new contemporary artists from Ecuador. So it's really beautiful opportunity to connect with Ecuadorian culture, and I definitely see that's something that Vilcabamba is missing.
And of course, you have a great wine selection too.
Yeah, and in the delicatessen I was missing the oils and the wines, and then also like there is like a little exercise in the longevity studies and the biohacking that it's super contemporary right now, and that I think that is part of humankind being more empowered in their self healing and getting to know themselves process, which is also less dependence on the medical industry. So, for example, you now know that a lot of the fish that you can get comes with microplastics and heavy metals, and so we also have like canned um, fish. That the small fish is the one that is less likely to bring this contamination. And of course, they are all the products that come in oil. They come in oil that it is not harmful, like the famous seed oils that are really bad for us.
Mm-hmm.
And well, you mentioned the wines. We try to cover all the world to bring good wine to, and also to be to take care of the price. You know, like have a nice range. We have wines from $7 to 30 something, so you will not find a $200
No,
impossible
it's a
wine.
good range.
And we try to cover like a nice variety for all the tastes. And also you have alternative beers that are not big factory, other than like nice dynamic from potato beer, yuca beer, honey beer, and then the classic more like red IPA, black and blonde. And there's also like these alternative sodas. We have mandarin,
Yes.
grapefruit, ginger, and we do a batch of kombucha with
Oh, you do?
with our own blueberries and manuka honey, but we do it every 2 weeks.
David, thanks for taking your time to be with us today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.